Hello, welcome back to my channel, a one-stop destination to learn everything about embroidery. In today's video, I'll be talking about our third embroidery stitch, which is the whipped back stitch. Before we start, if you are new to my channel, welcome. Please do like and subscribe as it would be of great help to me. Turn on the bell notification to the option all so that you don't miss any of my videos, and I'll be bringing a lot of informative videos in the future. If you have not watched my previous video, please do watch that first in case you want to know about the basic requirements and the first two basic stitch. I shall give the link in the description box. Having said that, let's start. So today's stitch is the whipped back stitch. To do a whipped back stitch, you will need 2 needles and 2 different color threads. Now I have taken the full thread, which is 6 strands of thread. You can take 3 strands also, but I have taken the full strand just to show you how it would look. So we have to take 2 colors. I have taken black and yellow. You can take white and black or red and blue. That's completely up to you. So let's start. We will first do a back stitch. So for this stitch, see to it that the back stitch is close enough. That is, you have to make small back stitch, not longer back stitches. You have to make short back stitch. So you can see how I do it. The length of the back stitch has to be small. Now we will take the second thread and insert the needle from the middle of the first stitch. So my first stitch is this long, my first stitch is this much, so we will insert it here in the middle of the first stitch. And we insert it through the first stitch and keep looping this like this through the second stitch, again through the third stitch, okay, through the fourth stitch, see to it that you are stitching in one direction. So if you are inserting the needle from top of the thread, then all these stitches has to be done like that from the top. Don't do like you do one stitch from the bottom and then another stitch on top, then bottom. No, you cannot do like that. You have to go in one direction. I hope it makes sense. So again, from the top of the next stitch. Again, insert the needle through the top of the next stitch. So this is how it is done. So it just coils on the stitches. So again, from the next one will be, again insert the needle from the top. So So this goes like this. So again from top. So this is a whipped back stitch. So I hope you were able to understand. Now let us see whether we will be able to do a design using this stitch. Yeah, so we'll see whether we'll be able to do this small Christmas hoop using the whipped back stitch. So I previously sketched this design. Let us start. First we'll do the tree. We'll do a back stitch first. I'm using two colors. I'm using green and yellow for the tree. So we'll do a back stitch. So always remember to keep the back stitch small. Only then your whipped back stitch will look good. So don't make it longer. Let it be short. So I'll complete the back stitch and then show it to you. Now I have done the back stitch for the complete tree. I have used a green thread. Now I'll use the yellow thread and do the whipped back stitch. So I start from here. Wherever you are starting, see to it that you start from the middle of that stitch. Take it through that very same stitch and keep looping it. This is actually a very easy embroidery stitch, but once you are done, it'll look as if it is very complicated, but in fact it is very easy to do the stitch. So I'll do this, I'll complete this quickly and get back. So I've done so much, and I'll just show you how you have to end this stitch, because previously I did not show that. So we'll quickly complete this and I'll show you how you have to end this stitch. Taking it through the last stitch. Now all you have to do is just simply insert it near the last stitch. That's it. It's done. Just knot it as usual. Just put a knot. Now the tree is done. So let's see how we can do the snowman. For the snowman, I am using blue and white. Though the snowman is all white, since it's a whipped back stitch, we need two colors. So I thought of taking light blue and white. So let's see how we can do this. So for the back stitch, I am using the white thread. It is the same process. Do small back stitch. So it's the same process. I'll complete this and then get back. So here I have done the back stitch, small back stitch. Now using the blue thread as the second thread, we'll do the second stitch. Start from the middle of the first back stitch. And keep looping. Keep repeating this process. So I'll complete this and then show you. So see how nice it looks. So I will just complete the entire thing. I'll be using any two colors to complete the cap. Probably for the cap I'll use red and black, and for the writing also I'm going to use the same stitch. I'm going to use the whipped back stitch. I'll first do a back stitch and then use another thread and do the whipped stitch. So I'll complete the entire hoop and then show you how it looks. So you can see that I've completed the hoop using the whipped back stitch. So see, everything is the whipped back stitch. I have not used any other stitch. So I have also written Merry Christmas using the same stitch. Now for the eyes and the buttons, I am going to use this black stone. These stones I will be using for the eyes. You can just stick it using fabric glue. I'm using this Fevicryl fabric glue. So I'll simply stick the eyes. I'm so sorry for the noise. Crackers, they're bursting crackers outside, so kindly excuse that. So the eyes are done. Okay, and for the buttons also I'm using the same black stone. So this hoop is done. This hoop is available on my Etsy store in case you would like to purchase it for Christmas, for your Christmas, as a Christmas tree decoration or as a gift. So thank you for watching, guys. If you have not yet subscribed for my channel, please do subscribe and give a thumbs up to this video. I'll see you soon in my next video. Thank you and wishing you all a very happy Diwali. Bye, guys. For the trees, I just added some green beads, just stitched some green beads, and I thought of filling up this space with some French knot. Okay, so this stitch is called French knot. This is an advanced stitch, but since I have to complete this hoop, I'm just doing that stitch here. So how do you do a French knot? I'll show that as well. You have to take the needle like this and then circle the thread around the needle twice. So you can do it as single French knot also, you can do it double also. So if you need a little bit of thickness, you just roll the thread twice, 1, 2, and then you just insert the needle the same place where you took the thread out. So the main important thing that you have to keep in mind while doing a French knot is that never leave this thread loose. Never leave this thread loose. So hold this thread tight with your left hand and then insert the needle through the same point from where you took the needle out, and then pull it slowly and gentle. So that's a perfect French knot. So you can see it one more time. I insert the needle, wrap the thread twice, and then insert the needle in the same place while holding this thread with my left hand. I don't leave this thread. I hold this thread with my left hand tight. Okay, and then pull the needle. So there it is. So I'll be filling this place with French knot. So now you can see it's quite sparkly size and the buttons are sparkly. So I'll just fill this up and then maybe post a picture in the end.